Is the room in use? Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie. CQ, CQ, CQ. Calling all amateur radio operators to the Wednesday night Maritime Fusion Net, held here in the CQ Maritimes room 60207. My name is Gordon, Golf Oscar Romeo Delta Oscar November, and I'm located in Amsterdam, New Brunswick. And I will be the net control station for this evening's net. This net meets every Wednesday evening at 1900 hours local time. Lasts approximately 1 hour. The net is also being streamed live on YouTube. VE1RM or Rob VE1RMJ. So you can follow along the net that way. And I apologize if I got that wrong. I misplaced my my note for this evening, so we're going a little bit by memory. So the net is scheduled to run for approximately 1 hour. Amateurs will be called in by province. After each province has had amateurs from outside the Maritimes will be invited to check in, and then we'll have a second round of maritime stations. At this time, take a quick standby. Let the system reset. Is there any priority or emergency traffic for the net? Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie listening. Okay, nothing being heard. As a reminder, because of the delay in the system, please key up for a moment or two before you speak. And again, hold the push to talk down and after you finish speaking for another moment or so. That way everybody can check in and things will be going fine. Are there, okay, we'll call for short time stations. Any stations that cannot stay for the duration of the net, please come with your call signs slowly and phonetically. Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie, net control.
Victor Echo 1, Whiskey India November. VE1 WIN.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Sierra. VE1 JS.
Victor Echo 9, Charlie Golf Lima. Victor Echo 9, Charlie Golf Lima.
Victor Alpha 6, Foxtrot Papa, 6FP.
Okay, we'll take that little group there. Short time stations. Good evening, Peter. VE1 Whiskey India November. Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie.
Yep, good evening, Gord. Good evening to Miss, your wife there, and everybody else on the net tonight. And not much going on here. We got a very northern snowstorm coming through tonight. But we're going to try and get up for the dinner on Friday. Me and Mom's decided to come with me, so I'll bring Mom with me. I'm not going to the dinner, though, but she's going to come with me. We booked a hotel in Moncton, so. Other than that, Gord, didn't do much today. Just been DMR radio. So just playing around with that now. So. When it premieres, though, back to net control. Everybody have a good weekend. We'll speak.
Oh, E1 VE9GC. Okay, Peter. Well, you won't see me at the other things on the go, including being net control station again Friday night. the triple F net, but the other things got in the way as well. So enjoy your time up this way. Drive careful, and now down to John. V1 Juliet Sierra. Good evening, John. VE9 GC.
V9 GC in the net, V1JS. Good evening, Gordon. Good evening, all. Other than that, how are you? We had a not too bad a day here. A little rain and a little snow. Roads were a little crazy, but not too bad if you were careful. V9 V1JS 73.
Oh, okay, John. I had some snow overnight, and I was headed into town there early morning. It was kind of a missed drive. Morning, whatever. I was at the clubhouse, so all I know. And by the time I left, the roads were in far better condition, and I had a pleasant drive home. And when I got here, my contractor had done my driveway for me, so it was even better. Anyway, I think we're getting some possible rain today. Whatever we get, we have to put up with. Thanks for pleasure to hear you, and I know I'll hear you on future nets. Just to VE9 Lima, Victor Echo 9 Golf Charlie.
Good evening, Gordon, and everybody else on the Maritime Fusion Net. Got nothing much to report. We're in the snow. Started on 5 o'clock this afternoon, and we're supposed to have a good. So 7 have from being golf.
Okay, so man, well, thank you for the check-in. Always a pleasure to hear you, and hopefully you don't get hammered too hard up that way. It looks like we might just get a wet Christmas unless something really next 2 weeks. Hamilton 3 for out to Wainwright. Victor Alpha Papa. Good evening, Francis. VE9 GC.
VGC for Maritime Fusion Net from Gord and Net this evening. Thanks very much for letting us check in early. I've got to run upstairs and grab a bite to eat for supper and then head over to a local ham radio club meeting tonight. I've got one tonight and another one coming up again. So it has been very cool over here, to say the least. We've got about 9 centimeters up and down on the ground, the snow. We're expecting another 2 tonight, another 2. Concerns me more is the temperature. Now we're looking at about minus 18 degrees Celsius, minus 16 with the wind chill. That's not bad. But Friday night, going into Friday morning and Friday night going to Saturday morning, we're looking at lows of minus 28, 29. And that's without the wind chill. And if the wind comes back like it has been the last couple of days, cold. I'm glad the mucklucks aren't too far away and the big parka at the same time, because I don't like those kind of weather. I mean, I'm not expecting balmy, Florida weather, but anything would help stick around the freezing mark. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Thanks for letting me. Appreciate it, Gordon, and everyone has a fantastic week ahead, and we'll see 7-3 all around. DC from V6.
VA6FP, VE9 GC. Francis, all those temperatures. Yeah, we actually had a bit of a cold snap. It was only a couple around slightly less or lower. It's yeah. I often question the wisdom of my getting to. That's the way it goes. Yeah, I have nice big that I drag out whenever it gets cold like that. Minus 100. I got those back. Officiating it by us. And they arranged and or they and where it can get off the darn. Somebody's standing still for the enjoy 7-3 for now. The that was about that short time limit. Quick standby here. Anybody else on short time before we start moving into the problem? Direct line, Gulf Charlie listening.
Yankee 2, Golf.
Oh, 1, Foxtrot from.
There's another fine amateurs the short. To Golf Foxtrot, the E9 evening, sir.
Well, good evening, Gord, and everybody on the net, and thank you. Well, it was a real quiet day. Tomorrow was a grocery day. Other days are really exciting. We'll have a week, everybody, and I look forward to the next one. Yeah, Victor Yankee 2, Golf Foxtrot.
BY2GF, E9GC. Okay, for George. Thank you for the check-in, and happy grocery shopping tomorrow. I did a little bit today, but not the main. I'll round to that at some point. 7-3 for now. Let's go over to Amherst and say how Frank's doing. Victor Echo, see you. Frank Golf early.
Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie here. Echo Foxtrot here. Even everybody else on net. George going out the door. Frank's doing good. Drinking low. Like 7 in the rain. Thinking, wow. And then winter tomorrow. Nice, fancy weather. Anyway, Gordon, no real topics, just more or less profit. Stay low and give your mind about the story we take off. So, back to you. B9 Golf Charlie, the 1 Foxtrot Airmark.
V1 FSM, V9GC. Well, yeah, there's supposed to warm up here as well. Wait, see what happens. I'm supposed to be -4. What do you mean? -4. If it gets up warmer and we get rain, it's going to be messy, but we're Maritimers. And thanks for checking in, Frank. Always a pleasure to hear you. Well, we'll be chatting further down the line. Okay, that brings us to the bottom of the short time list. So now we're going to start rotation of the call. With Prince Edward. So any Prince Edward Island stations that we begin to this evening's here in room C60207. Come with your call slot slowly and phonetically. Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie listening.
Victor at 1 Foxtrot Oscar X-ray, VE1FOX. We tried 5 times now to try to get into the net now. The system's not working, and what's going on? Make another VE1 Foxtrot Oscar X-ray.
Good evening, Curtis. Well, you certainly came through that time. It's the first time I've heard you or saw you come up on the dashboard. So obviously you were trying to get in on the short time list. So you go ahead, sir. VE1FOX, VE9GC.
Acronym Golf Charlie, the Maritime Net Victor Echo 1 Foxtrot Oscar X-ray here in 3 miles. It's an awful time trying to get in. WIN there, Peter, and when I keyed, I heard Peter come in. He went and tried to get after Frank and get out, and twice before that, so I didn't know what was happening, Gordon. I'm just going to give up, because sometimes it just seems like the radio don't seem to want to jump in there and catch you there, so it's not the first time I had trouble here, and like I say, sometimes it's a little difficult, but we stay here until we can get in. Hi. Anyway, Gordon, not too bad the weather here today. By golly, it was nice and clear, and I don't know what we get up to this afternoon, but right now she's +2 out there, and she's supposed to be drunk, so there you go. And we still got pretty close to our 10 inches of snow we got the other day, so it's a pretty good out there. But now she's freezing up, the yard's getting kind of icy looking up there, so maybe we'll be ready doing this in there with it rained there this afternoon there for a while, so I imagine the roads will be real slippery tonight. With that, that's about it. Gordon coming from here. Anyways, no, they jump in here and play bingo, so I got to be quiet when they're playing, because I wouldn't want them to lose their numbers. If they did, well, you wouldn't hear from me for the rest of my life, because they'd probably beat me up. Anyways, Gordon, thanks for calling me, and thanks for doing that. It's always great getting when we can, so we'll give it back to you. You have a great evening. Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie, with the Maritime Fusion Net. Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot Oscar, here in 3 Mile Plains. And don't worry, folks, people jumping on me. So back to you. Go ahead. Have a great evening.
Oh, yeah, Chris, it's very good. Yeah, I know. Sometimes Vern Frackety Sila has issues sometimes with his system, too, and trying to get in. I'll touch wood. This evening so far, been working fine. It hasn't kicked me off or anything like that, so I know what it's like. Oh, the weather comes, as I say, not much to do. So, you take care, my friend. Always good to hear you, and we'll be chatting with you further down the log. Okay, so now we are still looking for stations from Prince Edward Island. Any stations from PEI that wish to check into the Maritime Fusion Net, come with your call sign slowly and phonetically. Victor Echo 9 Golf Charlie is listening.
Victor Yankee 2, Alpha November, Y2AN.
Oh, good evening, Ricardo. Sounds like you're on your own this evening. VY2AN, VGC.
Very good evening. Great to hear everybody on the net. Yeah, it's been a couple snowy days. Quite a shock to the system. We usually walk our dog to dress up quite a bit to go out. But besides that, everything is okay. I managed to clear the snow from the solar panels, so back to generating some nice solar power there. That's it for me. I hope everybody has a great evening, and 73 for November.
VY2AN, V9GC. Okay, Ricardo, good. Hey, stay warm. I can imagine that's one of the joys. I've had dogs. I don't have any longer, but we have the 3 cats, and they're indoor boys. Oh, matter of fact, they like to sit in front of the wood stove. Get that going. And I join them. Anyway, you take care, stay warm, and I know we'll be chatting later. 7-3 for now. Ricardo was at that list for PEI. We're quick standby here for PEI stations before we move on to the other provinces. Any other stations from Prince Edward Island who want to check in, come with your call sign now, slowly and phonetically. Okay, nothing heard. Let's go on now. Let me see. Where are we going to do it that way tonight? So, stations from New Brunswick. Any stations from New Brunswick who wish to check in, please come with your call sign slowly and for the E9GC Net Control.
Victor Echo 9, Golf Kilo.
9 MTV Mall.
VE9 Oscar Sierra Kilo, in OSK.
Victor Echo 9, Charlie Echo Lima, VE9CL. Victor Echo 9, Albania, VE9AI.
Okay, I got 4 stations on that go round. There might have been a 5th. I'm not sure if somebody was doubling there with Glenn at the beginning or not, but we'll find out. We'll run through these 4, and then we'll make another run for New Brunswick. Good evening, Glenn. VE9 Golf Kilo, VE9 GC.
V9GC in the Maritime Fusion Net, Victor Echo 9 Kilo returning. Good evening, Gordon, and good evening to all on frequency there. Good evening. I hear Mike coming up there, and MTV, and Arthur, and Charles. Yeah, there's good evening. It's a pretty damp, dirty night up here in Kodiak, and it looks like it's going to improve tomorrow. I think it's going to be raining. Take off this little skim of snow we got here and plow with the yard today, so it's down to the asphalt there, and it should take a real off tear. So we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, I'm just playing radio here tonight. Quite a few nets on here, so it's kind of fun to check into them all. Take a chance. Thanks for doing that, Gordon. You're doing a great job. Always do a great job. And I'll turn it back to you, VE9GK, back to net control. Have a great night, Gordon, and a great night, VE9GK.
Oh, thank you for the flowers there, Glenn. VE9GK, VE9GC. I enjoy doing the nets. It's kind of a nice thing to do, and thank you for mentioning it, Mike, because that was probably who I knew that there was somebody in there. I think almost doubling with you, because I got Oscar and Charles, and so I'm going to take a chance here and think that that was stepped over or got stepped on. So we'll bump them in here now. VE9 GC.
Victor Echo 9 Golf Charlie, Victor Echo 9 Mike Tango Victor Mobile. Good evening, Gordon, and to everyone on that. Thanks, Glenn. I didn't know if somebody would hear me or not. Yeah, coming back, I went to drive my Capelé to pick up the vehicle there, and coming back, they're on Highway 15. Snow coming, and dusty, and roads are snow back, so very tricky. But anyway, we met through, and so just thought I'd check in, say hi, and whether highway. Good night there, Gordon, and thanks for calling. 731 9G TV, MTV Mobile.
V9 MTV, V9 GC. Okay, well, you keep your eyes on the road and all that good stuff, and keep it between 2 ditches. Remember the transport office years ago. They used to, of course, that was back when they were still working miles, and it was a reminder to drivers when they were signing out vehicles that for every mile of road, for 2 miles of ditch. 7-3 and take care. Well, I know I'm chatting with you later. Hey, we'll go down to Oscar, VE9OSK, VE9GC.
VE9GC, VE9 Oscar Sierra Kilo. Good evening, Gordon, and all the people that's coming along the way there. I did hear Mike calling in there. I knew he was in front of me there. Not too much beside that. We just cleaning out clean out the snow that we had this morning there. Afterwards, a little bit of exercise, which is not too bad. And I think we're going to get it the wet stuff. I think it's coming next there. Too much there, but just enough to freeze over and make some ice after that, probably. Thanks for calling me in. We're doing that, and we'll catch you probably next week there. I know you have plans for Friday there. 7-3 from Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo.
Yeah, very good, Oscar. OSK, VE9GC. Oh, I don't know. Great to see you there this morning. How you had to run out, but that was anyway, brief chat, and we'll get from there. Okay, next in line is Charles. Victor Echo Lima, Victor Echo 9 Golf Charlie. Go ahead, sir.
Victor Echo 9 Golf B, Victor Echo 9 Charlie Echo Lima. Not much to watch here. Snow down, still coming down here. And tomorrow, I'm supposed to predicting, but I guess I'll have to get up in the morning and figure that out at that time. But anyway, and nothing else to report, so I'll give it back to you. Thanks for doing the net, and sorry for now. Be none.
Oh, VE9GC. Okay. You people talking about snow, of course. Well, yeah, it is. Okay, I just just opened up the app on the phone. I can't see outside of this, and yeah, the camera currently snowing. All right. Well, thank you for the weather update, and yeah, the decision in the morning whether or not you're going to be on the road. 7-3. Take good care, and always a pleasure. Area, VE9 Alpha India, Victor Echo 9 Golf Charlie.
I'm G Net Control, V9AI. Good evening, Gordon. Everybody on here, Mike and everybody. This is a wet night. It was a pretty nice day till in the afternoon. I heard the cloud the system moved in. But anyway, we seem to get snow every night last night, about an inch or so, I guess. But anyway, seems to be cold and snowy winter so far. Not much else to add, I guess. We'll be staying in the house probably tomorrow, doing some inside work or something. Everybody have a great evening, and hope to see everybody next week. Back Control 9AI.
The NAI, VE9GC. Okay, Gary. Well, take it easy. And I like it. It was kind of like me. My wife had originally planned going out today as well. I had to pick up some things and go to the social. That was to say, if it was, I wouldn't have done that. But yeah, it's nice here. You can sit back and go, I don't have to go anywhere. And my wife originally planned on doing some shopping. And she said, no, you will. Milk and stuff that we need, and think about maybe going out tomorrow. But if this weather continues, maybe not. 7-3 for an hour. Okay, that was the bottom of the first group for New Brunswick, and looking at my watch here, but to the net. So we'll take we'll jump now in Nova Scotia. The second round of Brunswick a little bit later. Okay, any stations in Nova Scotia that wish to check in to this evening's net? This is Victor 9 Golf Charlie, Gordon You're seating, standing by slowly and phonetically. VGC listening.
I think Rec 1, Juliet Bravo Lima, VE1 JL.
Victor Echo 1, Delta Alpha Delta, VE1 DED.
Okay, I got two stations that time. I saw a third one flash across the dashboard, but I think it might have been one of the New Brunswick stations. We'll take these two from Nova Scotia. Good evening, Jim. JBL, VE9, how's the West Bridge this evening?
VE9GC in the Maritime Fusion Net VE1 JBL. Well, it's not too bad out there right now, Gordon. I think we're supposed to get some showers tomorrow, so all is clear. Very good evening to you and everybody there tonight, Gordon. And I just want to mention, buddy, that I've sent out an announcement to all my amateur radio contacts. I just sent it out here about half an hour ago. That the Smart 26 is up and running. The website. We have we have a couple of new people. I've stepped aside as that I didn't have time to look after Smart this year, so I stepped aside. But Colleen Orr, VE1 CEO, over as her, and she's doing a up job there with it so far. And Robert, VE1 3L, is now looking after the website. So we do have a new website, and the domain for it is www.smartevent.ca. www.smartevent.ca. We tried to get Smart CA, but it was already taken, so this one we could come up with there. So Robert has gotten this one, and this will be the same domain each year in Smart. So, anyways, he's only one page so far. He's just getting it up and running. Yeah, but he wanted so that we can get the word out about Smart 26 next later. So, anyways, it's just a one-page thing right now, but. Anyways, I would bookmark it, and for anybody who's interested in Smart 26, and keep checking back and keeping stuff on it as it becomes available there. So, anyways, I just wanted to get that announcement there, and things ahead for Smart 26. The first will be first Saturday in May of 6 there. And with that, we'll sit back to net control. And thanks again, Gordon, for doing the net, for calling me in there. VE9, VE1, ABL, Jim, Nish Bridge, Nova Scotia, 7-3.
V1 JBL, VE9G. Come through, that's great. And we'll look forward to attending this year and assisting for traveling south this May, at least as it's now. It doesn't look crossing over that line for a while. Anyway, so thanks for checking in, and nice to have some fresh blood coming up and helping you out there, stepping in and in the effort of the comms trailer. 7 I know we'll be chatting later. V1 Delta Alpha Delta. Good evening, VE9D.
V9GC, V1 DED. Good evening, Gordon. Everybody on frequency. It's kind of rainy. Move for a little bit, then it cleared up. Today, I guess, what 6, 7, something. I'm 100% sure on that one, but Anyhow, thanks for doing the net. Thanks for taking me in 73s.
Oh, very good day, but stay right if you're heading westbound that way. It's interesting, that you travel down your way lately, and I've traveled all through Atlantic, and at least sometimes just a difference of 50 or 60 kilometers, a heck of a difference in what the weather gets. That bodies of water down that way, which really. I remember my days in Yarmouth in the winter, and we'll see what happens this year. 7-3, my friend, and I'm sure we'll hear you on future nets. Okay, those two gentlemen were the first group of the first round here for Nova Scotia. Do we have any Nova Scotians that wish to check in? VE9 GC listening.
Victor Echo 1, Mike Yankee, mobile. Lima Alpha uniform.
Victor Echo 1, Delta Victor Bravo.
Okay, there's another 3 flying amateurs. Good evening, Mike in the mobile, the one that want,
Here, 9 off Charlie. The one Mike Yankee mobile, just in the fire on, she's in the hospital and just about ready. Good evening, talk to you later on down the log. The 9 go Charlie.
Yeah, very good, thank you, and that comes along. Take care, drive careful. Oh, hey, VELAU, VE9GC.
VE9GC, VEU1L. Good evening, Gordon, and everybody on the net here for sure. I heard JBL on there earlier. Good evening, Jim, and Mike is just or Heavy, or whichever. Good evening, Mike, as well, and on the new very soon. Anyway, just give you a check in there. I know you've got lots to do. You sound really good here tonight in Amherst. So thanks for doing that. Calling me in. 7-3 for now, Gordon. Lima Alpha uniform.
Oh, very good, Lori. Always a pleasure to hear you, and I know we'll be chatting with you further down the log. 7-3 for now. VE1LAU, VE9GC. Let's see how things are on the hill there just behind Westville. VE1 Delta. I'm not sure of it, man.
Victor Echo 9 Golf Charlie, good evening, sir. VE1 DVB, good evening for everybody on net night. Just having a nice slow evening here on the hill outside of Westville. We're about 1.4 degrees today, but it went up to about 4 degrees while I was in town. All that fleece the other day. Now, but I got the snowblower fixed. The first storm we had, had to get somebody to come to the driveway for me, but I got the belt fixed, replaced it. Got it done to do the fluffy. Looks like we're going to be getting some more phase into the winter season at this point. Just listening along to the net. Having a good time having a chin wag with my fellow amateurs, and I appreciate you calling me in, sir. Down in the net. We'll be talking to everybody soon. The Draco 9 Golf Charlie 1DD 7-3.
Oh, 7-3 there, Dan. V1 DVB, VE9GC. We'd be chatting between the various nets that we both check in on. Always a pleasure to hear you, my friend, and the weather report from up there on the. Okay, that was the bottom through first round of PEI, Brunswick and Nova Scotia. We'll take a standby now for any station, maritime provinces. Check in. Come with slowly and phonetically. Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie. Evening.
Whiskey 2, Uniform Whiskey Kilo, Jeff in Nebraska.
You'll have to forgive me, Jeff. I was trying to write it here, and I missed your prefix. I know you were in Nebraska and it's Uniform Whiskey Kilo. I missed the W, whatever. So, if you're fine, go ahead, sir. The 9GC.
GC, this is Whiskey 2, Uniform Whiskey Kilo, just down in Nebraska. Our weather is starting to get crazy. Yesterday it was 11 degrees. All the snow melted, and Saturday pretty much, and it's all going to come back. And then it'll freezing, kind of like what you guys are on. Just not quite as cold most of the time. W2 to PK, back to net.
Okay, that was W2, but I didn't want to. I'm thinking there. Okay, Nebraska normally would not be too well. Back twos weren't open. Anyway, but that's fine. I got that all straightened out in your notes here. Anyway, thanks for checking in. Take care, and I'm sure I'll hear you on down to the isn't it? Nothing to do about it. Smile, grin and bear it, and well, if you're the type of like cold weather, this is great. Well, we know that eventually it will get there. 7-3 for now. Any other stations from outside of the Maritime provinces that wish to check in? Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie, Gordon is listening. Come here and phonetically.
Kilo, Foxtrot 4, Whiskey, Lima, Quebec.
Well, yes, KF4WLQ, Victor Echo 9, Golf. Things down Kentucky this evening.
Everything here is good. We got a temperature of 38 degrees right now. 8 Fahrenheit. Don't really have much to say. I was sitting back listening to y'all, and I wanted to check in on the net here, give you other notes. But I didn't really have much to say. Just wanted to check in, and I'll go ahead and turn it back over to you. 73s, everybody that's on here.
Okay, Wes. Well, it was a pleasure to have you check in this evening. Anytime that where you hear us on, please feel free to jump in and just let you other net in this the CQ Maritime Room 602 at 8 o'clock our time, Atlantic time, and we call it the triple. Friendly Friday Fusion Net. So I'm picking around. I do believe I think you should still be in Eastern time, so that would be at 7 o'clock your time. Hey, if you want to pop in, I would welcome anybody that wants to come check, and I'll be next station. So Fusion Nets. Thanks for checking in. KF4WLQ, Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie. Okay, that brings us to the bottom of that list for people of the Maritime. Stand by if there's anybody else from outside of the Maritimes that wishes to take the second round of the provinces. Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie, Gordon Notre Dame is listening.
This is Victor Echo 2 Delta. This is a Victor Echo 2 Delta Echo. 2 Delta.
Victor Echo 1, Papa India November, mobile, VE1 TIM.
Victor 09, Lima Echo November, VE.
Okay, I'm going to hold it right there. I'm going to take Bert and the mobile, then we'll jump up to Don there and Quebec. Bert, the 9VIN, the
Good evening, everyone. Snow around supper time here in Edmonton. We've got probably snow on the ground and on the cars. We had the supper with my father. Town, hi. Yeah, every day. So we had a good supper. Back home, but parked in front of me. I have to go make a demo, and next door I pick up some gas for the snowblower tomorrow. So I better go in first. I was coming in and I heard the net out of the Grain Falls repeater. I said, oops. Just open it up. If there is, have a pleasant evening, good rest of the week, and bonne soirée à tous.
bonne soirée, Bert, Natalie as well. Anyway, thanks for. Look forward to hearing you on future nets, V1PI, VE9GC. Now, jump over to Quebec City and see how things are up that way. Direct Delta, all right, Victor Echo 9 Golf.
Okay, Victor 9. I didn't catch your name, but my name is Don in Quebec City. For the past few years, I started operating on Fusion system with our basic FT70D that I'm using right now. On a quarter wave ground plane that's homemade just by the patio door inside. The repeater has not full signal. I've got a little QRM from my shack, so it's been several days that the repeater is would have to creates a lot of noise. So I have to be checking in, not miss the net altogether. I often miss it completely. Moving snow, I'm up -5 degrees or point. So all place 33s to all stations listening. I just said usually if I can hear 6. Two Delta Echo. Don in Quebec City on VA2 RFU repeater.
The 2 Delta Echo, Victor Echo 9 Golf Charlie. Okay, Don, thank you. Delta Oscar November. Very good on your the blowing snow. We've got some snow coming down here at -4, and it's supposed to get outside overnight, so that's probably going to change to rain and make it homeless. In, and always a pleasure to have you come in. I know I've heard you before when I've been on the nets. So thanks for that. 7-3. Hey, not quite out of the Maritimes, but we'll. Good thing. Victor Echo 9 Lima Echo November. Victor Echo 9 Golf Charlie.
Yeah, VE9, go Charlie, Victor Echo 9, Lima, Echo number returning. Good evening to you there, Gordon, and to everybody else. I was on the HF net and so, for people outside the Maritime. So, but anyway, yeah, it's snowing here in Shediac. It's -3 and -4. So, outside of that, well, we're going to get what we're going to get. Can do about it. And take care. Back. Oh, and thanks for the net. Echo November. We're clear from Shediac, New Brunswick.
Okay there, Len, V9LEN, V9GC. No need to apologize. It's like when you switch from one frequency to another, and so it's okay. Oh, and while I've got you, because I couldn't find other contact information, just to know that your membership is expiring or has just expired for the Marcy Club. So if you want to renew your membership, let me know, and we can figure that out for you. Okay, I'll stand by in case you want to return.
Yeah, I'll probably see Mike, and we'll go from there. In the meantime, take care. We'll see you 7-3.
Yeah, very glad. I just wanted to let you know, because make sure, I know sometimes it cracks, and I don't keep the membership up. 7-3, my friend. Hear you, and I know you and Mike will be getting together. 7. Okay. Now for the second round of call-ins for you, my friends, back. Anybody from PEI that wishes to check in to the edition of the Maritime Fusion Net, come to call physically. Victor Echo 9 Golf Charlie Gordon and Notre Dame is standing by.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet, Charlie, Charlie.
Oh, sounds like you're on your own there, Joe. VE1 JCC. He's on the western end of the mudflat.
This is my house. That's why they only me checking because I'm the only one here. Hey, Josh. No, not really. Yeah, we're doing well, Gord. Thanks before me. We got snow coming down here at the west end. It looks like in my right here, but it's not rain because it's -5. So snow open and in here that my wife gets home from work here safe and sound. She should be shutting up here at half hour, probably about 8:30ish or 9 or something like that. So hopefully she'll get home. And well, I guess I'm on the feeder and good here tonight. And yeah, the Marcy thing. Do I have a membership there? Do you know? Something tells me that I don't know why I'm thinking this, but I've been thinking about it all the time. Told me one time that somebody got me or got me a lifetime membership, but that's probably in a dream or likely. Anyway, if it's not, I'll probably see Mike and throw some money here. Thanks for doing the Gord. Thanks for calling in and helping in and 7-3 to all, and God bless from Western PEI, Burton in particular,
VE1 Juliet Charlie Charlie.
V1 Jesse, V9 GC. I think, well, if it was a lifetime membership, Joe, that was definitely a your oh my. And I've got the membership here in front of me. I just brought it up on my phone, and I do not see you listed as a member. So if you wish to become, you can certainly submit your dues by e-transfer to the mailbox, all one word, at gmail.com. And is $30 RAC members, and dollars if you're not a RAC member. Anyway, that's enough for the club business for tonight. Anyway, take care, my friend. Always, and we'll chat with you later. E1 GC, E9 and GC. 7-3 for now. From PEI before we move into Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. The E9 GC listening. Okay, that takes care of this. I'm just having to pick up and find a new pen here. And when I was talking to Joe, I dropped my my pen on the floor, and I don't know how you drop a pen at your feet and not be able to find it. It must have bounced and rolled somewhere. Okay, so let's go second round for New Brunswick station. Second round for New Brunswick. Victor Echo 9 Golf Charlie is listening.
3-9, Victor Echo Alpha.
Victor 9, Delta Echo November.
Victor Echo 1 Juliet Echo Charlie. It's VE1 JC.
Okay, we'll start with that group. VE9 Victor Echo Alpha. Good evening, Vern. How are things up in the Kitty Silo this evening? VE9 GC listening.
VE9, Charlie, Wednesday Night Fusion Control. Good evening to all fine, upstanding hams on there for sure. So, Gordon, we were listening logs just to start. We get in earlier, and Mark and Oscar walked on top of me there, so no wonder I didn't get in. Now we're trying again. And we got there this time. So, nice you got on there, that's for sure, Gordon. And realize we're enjoying it, that's amazing. Oh, yourself here. We're on the horizontal position, so we're relaxed. If I was sitting up, I might not be so relaxed. Anyhow, Gordon, I was laughing my head off about Curtis trying to get in 5 times, and I think I figured out the answer. And I'm going to say about Curtis, I'm going to kill you, but I'm going to say it. If you're still listening, you got to push the PC to get in and be heard. Hey, that's enough for me. By the way, Curtis, the devil may be doing. So, going to say, wish you would fine, outstanding, have a great evening, a great wake up all tomorrow. 7-3 to all 88 Street, especially for the scanner, and we'll turn it back to you. VE9 Golf Charlie. Net control, VE9 Victor Echo Alpha. Over.
VE9, VEA, VE9GC. Very good on all. Vern, and I actually did start lying. Telling Curtis, you gotta do the push to talk button. Yeah, it reminds me of years ago one of the jobs I had, and a fella came up to me and never was working over a new my T4 slip, and I couldn't resist. I looked at him and said, "No, you got to work for." And then I just in case. So I like that thing about push to talk switch. So for now, Vern. So there, VE9, VEA.
So no drifting in that there. I was thinking since the start, and it's beautiful. Lots of people made. Love it. 7-3, thanks again. VE9. Outside Cold November.
Yeah, very good then. Well, we've got -4 here in snow at the moment, so very similar. All right, take care. I know you're on Future Nets, VE9 DEN, VE9 GC. Well, let's see how things are on Woodstock first. Victor Overly, Victor Echo 9 Golf Charlie.
VE9GC in the Maritime Fusion. They're no frequency. No, it's snowing up here. It's coming down good right at the moment, but I think we're probably going to get about 15 to 20 years before the night's done and tomorrow. So anyhow, it is what it is. It's not even winter yet. So I don't know what's going to happen once winter gets here. We'll probably get 10 feet of snow. Anyhow, besides that, Lord, not much going on. Just a quick check-in. I'm going to say 7-3 to all. 8 for calling me in. 3.
Okay, Jody. Well, you know, this is light. It's not technically late winter. And here we are getting all this snowfall. Maybe shipping the munchies and things like that. Maybe spring's going to show up in February. Wasn't that nice? Here, and hope we don't get buried up. For now, VE1 EC, VE9G. Yeah, we'll take another less New Brunswick before we move into Nova Scotia. Any other New Brunswick with your calls? Like to recommend Golf Charlie. Standing by for your call.
Victor Echo 9 Charlie, Echo Lima Reach.
Yeah, V9 CEL, the NGC, reach out.
V9 CL. I wonder I'm marking too as well. I'm not sure if I've done like the IRG, would you do a multi-year or did I do yearly? Would you know that information?
At the this month. Over.
Okay, all right, that's what I thought also. So I guess take care of that there in the next few days. Hey, GCB.
Very good, Charles. No problem whatsoever. 7-3 for now and take care. Okay, moving on. Next round of stations wishing to check in from the second check-in for Nova Scotia. And phonetically, Victor Echo 9, really listening.
Echo 1, Yankee Papa.
Victor Echo 1, Bravo to Charlie.
All right, we'll start with those two. VE1, Charlie Lima Papa. Good evening, Alvy.
Victor Echo 9, from Victor Echo 1, Yankee Papa. Very good evening, Gord. All on frequency tonight. I tried to get in on the first couple of rounds of there, but I guess I wasn't quick enough on the draw. So I've been on here for quite some time. Thought I'd check it out, and I'll make sure I get checking before radio off. Hope Gord, you wish 7-3. Everyone that's checking. Victor Echo 9, Charlie. From Victor Echo 1, Charlie, Yankee Papa, 7-3, Gord.
Oh, yeah, a little bit of a there, so I'm sorry it took you that long to get in, but I'm glad you did. And a big wave out to all my friends down there in the Bridgewater area. 7-3 for now. No, the phonetics for this fine fellow. So, evening, Victor Echo Line Golf Charlie.
V9 Golf Charlie, 1 BTC. Well, very good evening there, Victor. I remember what calls I got rammed into this radio, if it's BC or V1 LW. Anyway, calls are legal. Oh, well. Yes, there's not too much going on. Just checking in and sitting back and enjoying, I guess. Anyway, sir, you're all super fine one, and glad to hear you. Yeah. VE9 Golf Charlie. Portable. At least I think that's who I am.
Yeah, VE1 BTC, VE9 GC. Yep, that's the call sign you have programmed showing up here on the dashboard is your Victor Echo 1 Bravo Tango Charlie, or bring the coffee, whichever comes first. Hi. Thanks for checking in, Brendan. I know we'll be chatting further down the log for sure. Okay, notice that we've actually gone over the air, which is fine. Doesn't bother me. But we'll take a last quick standby here for last round of Nova Scotia. Victor Golf Charlie is listening. Nothing. We will the end of the evening is the net control station. We have 31 check-ins this evening, which is really I'd like to thank everybody for the time to check in this evening, and it makes for a good evening when we can carry on like that. And if you're looking for more information on the Maritime Fusion Net and the CQ Maritime's room in particular, and let me just bring up my where'd it go? Boop, boop, boop. There we are. You go to www. Mike Alpha Romeo Charlie .ca is the website, the Moncton Area Amateur Radio Club. And if you click on the link for technology and click on Fusion, you'll get some about how it works. So 7-3 to all. Thank you for your check. We'll turn the CQ times back to theater. 7 back online. He is clear.